Elena, what on earth are you doing? Why are you just sitting there, watching TV and doing nothing? I have to go out there and work every day, and your poor sister has to study her ass off. But you parasite, just sit there and do nothing? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Mom, I'm not doing nothing. I've just done all of the housework today. Washing dishes, doing the laundry, sweeping and cleaning the floors, and even tidying your dirty rooms. And I just want to take a short nap right now. Is that guilt?
Funny. How can I believe you? You're such a liar. Just look at yourself. You are not going to get away with this.
Mom, why would I lie about doing the housework? I've been taking care of the chores all day long. I understand that you and my sister work hard, but that doesn't mean I do nothing. I am in charge of all of the household chores of this house, even when I'm pregnant. Is that not enough for you?
Well, forgive me if I find it hard to believe. It seems like every time I come home, you're just lounging around, not doing anything productive. It's frustrating to see you seemingly idle while the rest of us are working so hard.
I understand why it might seem that way, but appearances can be deceiving. Just because you don't see me working at every moment doesn't mean I'm not pulling my weight. I have my own responsibilities and tasks to complete.
Responsibilities? Like what? Enlighten me, Elena, because all I see is you glued to the television, not contributing anything meaningful to the household. It's disappointing, to say the least. Well, Elena, I have to say that it's frustrating for me as a parent to see you seemingly not taking on the same level of responsibility as your sister and me. Just remember that I and your sister just want the best for you. And it's important that you contribute to the family in a meaningful way, instead of being such a couch potato.
Mom, you're being so unreasonable. I just feel like you're comparing me to my sister without considering everything I have done to this house.
How funny is that? Just tell me, what are they? Oh, don't. Let me say first. You are an ungrateful daughter who will never obey any of my advice. You are so stupid that when taking the entrance exam, you just couldn't obtain a grade high enough to enter college. As if that's not disappointing enough. Your marrying situation was not as promising either. What do you think? Loving a jerk, being pregnant, and all you did was put all that burden on me and ordering me to raise it for you.
Wow, so that's all the things you have in your head about me? That I am just a useless daughter that caused tons of problems for this family? Is that right? And yeah, I'm stupid. I am not as intelligent as Jennifer. I admit that. But at the time, I tried my best, just because of you.
What? Because of me? You'd better shut up. I know all your filthy tricks. A lazy and cunning girl like you would never think of others. You just think about your own self. Family ain't nothing to you, right?
Well, let me tell you what. I studied like a dog, till the time that I hadn't even had a proper sleep for a whole 3 weeks. You didn't notice that, did you? Just throwing your bad words in my face every single day. I didn't choose to become a single mother, Mom. It wasn't my plan or desire. It was a consequence of the pain and betrayal I endured. I had to make difficult decisions to protect myself and my child. It wasn't easy, and I never wanted to disappoint you. And it should not be the reason why you hate me that way. I was the one who had been hurt the most. And you would never understand how painful and humiliated I was at that time. I thought that my family would be my safe shelter, the place where I could find the peace in my soul, so that I could be brave enough to start my life all over again. But no, the reality was much more severe than I thought. The ones that I believed the most were actually the ones that hurt me the most.
Hurt you? You think you're the only one who's been hurt? Don't play the victim card, Elena. You made your choices, and now you expect me to sympathize with you? It's laughable.
Mom, I'm not asking for your sympathy. I'm simply trying to make you understand the pain I went through and why I made the decisions I did. It wasn't easy for me to go through that heartbreak and betrayal.
Heartbreak? Betrayal? Spare me the sob story, Elena. You think you're the only one who has experienced pain? You have no idea what I've been through to provide for this family. I've sacrificed so much, and all I ask is for you to show some responsibility and gratitude. And actually, Your sister cares for this family much more than you have done. She is the nicest and most obedient child that I have ever met. She always treats me so softly and shows her gratitude over what I have done. She deserves much more than that. But poor her. She's not as lucky as you to be this idle and convenient. And her academic achievements are much better than yours, too. She has always been in the first place of her class. And look what you've done. Just throwing dirt on my name and pretending like nothing has happened. How could you even live like that?
I understand it now. So that's what you think about me? Okay, then that's it. We will never have the same way of seeing things. So I don't want to continue these meaningless arguments anymore. I am too tired to explain. Fine, let it be.
What a tiring day. Hey Elena, have you prepared my lunch yet? You better have, or else I will tell Mom that you're so lazy that you can't even prepare a proper meal for this family.
Yes, of course, Jennifer. You're tired? Now come here and I will make you a nice orange juice. It will make you feel much better, believe me.
What? Orange juice? Thanks, but no thanks. I don't need your disgusting glass of orange juice. I've already had one at school, and who knows whether you put poison in it or not. You're just an obstacle in my life. Get away from me.
What are you saying? Stop it. You do not have the right to say that to me. You are my sister, remember? Show some respect.
Respect? What the heck are you talking about? Respect to parasites like you? Never in my life. I have never met someone who is as stubborn as you are, causing a whole lot of trouble for this miserable family and then telling me how to behave. How dare you say that?
What? I can't believe my ears anymore. Are you really my sister? Don't you ever show your disguise.
How funny is that? Listen here, Moran. Better get off of me, okay? You're making me angry and irritated. No one in my class even wants to play with me. They ignore me because I have an older sister who's a single mom. They don't want me to take part in any of their activities, and they exclude me from their class group. No matter how hard I explain to them, I'm just a person who's not welcome at school. And I have no way to deal with that. You are the one who has to take all responsibility for this. This is because of you. It's all your fault.
Jennifer, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I've pushed you to this limit. But I didn't mean it. Please don't listen to them. Being a single mom is not a terrible thing at all, and they should not treat you like this. However, I do think that your class must have some good friends, right? And the ones who insult me just for being a single mother are bad friends. You should not be friends with them. They'll ruin you sooner or later.
Well, there are some that may want to make friends with me, but they all come from inferior and impoverished families. I don't want to be stuck with such morons. I want to be friends with rich and luxurious students, the stylish ones. Got it, sis?
Okay, I get it. You play with the bad ones, and so that's why you became like this. A naughty and emotionless child. It's you who has to rethink about your so-called true friends.
Naughty and emotionless? That's not fair, Elena. You don't understand what it's like to be in my shoes. All I want is to fit in and be accepted by my classmates. Is that too much to ask for?
Jennifer, I do understand that it's important for you to have friends and feel like you belong, but judging people based on their social status or wealth is not the right approach. True friendship is not about material possessions or appearances. It's about connecting with people who genuinely care about you.
But sis, you don't get it. These so-called inferior kids are boring and have nothing interesting to offer. I want friends who can show me a different lifestyle, who can introduce me to exciting experiences. You'd better use your brain instead of talking without thinking.
I understand that you want to explore new things, Jennifer, but don't underestimate the value of genuine friendship. It's not about the luxuries or status they can offer you. It's about finding people who will support you and be there for you through thick and thin. Wealth and material possessions can fade away, but true friendships endure. And moreover, it's not fair that you're being judged based on circumstances beyond your control. But you have the power to rise above those judgments and prove your worth. Don't let the negativity of others define you. Instead, focus on building your own character and finding friends who appreciate you for who you are.
Okay, stop it. Stop all this nonsense talking. I've heard enough of your excuses, blaming everyone else except yourself. Don't try to turn this around and put all the fault on my friends. No, I won't let you do that. One more thing. Don't be so happy that you could survive in our house and do whatever you want. The fact that you're just a useless parasite living off of my mom and I's hard work is enough for you to be thrown out. We've had enough of your selfish and manipulative behavior. My mom and I will take action soon. And guess what? You'd better prepare to be kicked out of this house and have nowhere to go. That will serve you right.
Jennifer, I understand that you're angry and frustrated right now. But let's take a moment to calm down and have a rational conversation. I never intended to be a burden or a parasite, as you put it. I've been doing my best to contribute to this household in my own way.
Oh, spare me the excuses. Your so-called contributions are nothing compared to what my mom and I have to endure because of you. My mom works tirelessly to make ends meet. I have to study like crazy and you just take that for granted. It's not fair.
I'm sorry if it seemed that way, Jennifer. I never meant to take our moms and your hard work for granted. I've been struggling too, trying to find my place and contribute in a meaningful way. I know it hasn't been easy for any of us. And I recognize the sacrifices you and Mom have made.
It's easy for you to say that now, but the damage has been done. You've caused so much tension and resentment in our home. It's affecting our relationships and our overall well-being. I can't let that continue.
Jennifer, I truly am sorry for the pain I've caused. I never wanted things to turn out this way. I want nothing more than to mend our family and find a way to coexist peacefully. If there's anything I can do to make amends, please let me know.
It's too late to say sorry now. Prepare for the worst thing to happen to you. And don't think that I'll be by your side. When you're down, you'll see me there, laughing at you.
Elena, I've put all your stuff out of the house. So your job is to stand up and get out of the house immediately. I am not going to spare you any time. So you'd better hurry up, or else I'll have to call the delivery service to do that for you. You don't want that, do you? What? What on earth are you talking about? You can't throw me out like this. I am your daughter, and I'm pregnant. You are not going to treat me that badly, right? On top of that, it's midnight. You can't just leave me out there in the cold all night. My child and I will not be able to suffer through this severe weather. That's none of my business. And this is what you deserve to receive for not being my good daughter. I can't take this anymore. It's just exhausting and irritating to see you being lazy every day while I'm supporting the whole house. It's just not fair. But then, if you want to live in this house with us so bad, as your mother, I'll give you two choices. Abort your child or get out of the house. If you want to be one of these members with me and your sister, you need to get rid of the child right away. It has only been about 3 months, so there's no guilt in aborting him. He's just your burden. He's prevented you from finding a job and taking care of this house, this family. If you can't find a job and earn money, what will you contribute to this family? Nothing. And moreover, I don't want to accept a child of a jerk to be my grandchild. Never. I don't want to see it. It will definitely drive me crazy. You are a mom, right? How could you say such hurtful words to me? This child is all I have for now. It has always been beside me whenever I am in need. You don't know how meaningful this child is to me. He's my whole life. Ah, so that's why you choose that baby instead of your family, is that right? We are nothing to you. You just don't know how to behave. That's why you always bring problems for this family, Elena. Anyway, it's your life. If you don't choose wisely, you will have to suffer the consequences. But Mom, listen to me. I swear I will do anything you say. But please don't force me to leave this baby. It's innocent. It has nothing to do with this mess. I'm begging you. I'm your daughter. Don't just leave me and my baby like this. If you still want me to live, then right after I give birth, I'll leave this house right away. I swear after that, I'll never appear in front of your face again. You will not be able to do anything with this. You won't ever make me change my mind. 1, you choose your family and stay. 2, you choose the baby and go. That's all. Easy, right? And I tell you this, don't even hope for anyone to rescue you. Even Jennifer told me that if you didn't leave the house, she would drop her studies immediately.
She said so? Unbelievable! How could she say that?
That's nothing compared to what you've done to her. She told me everything, including the fact that she has been excluded at school just because you are a single mom. So if you want to do something to help your sister, you better do it now. And one more thing, I'm her mom, so I only know that I must do something good for my blooded daughter.
Mom, I'm your daughter too. You're flesh and blood. How can you be so cold-hearted? I thought a mother's love was unconditional, but it feels like you're ready to cast us aside without a second thought. I never expected this from you, but please consider my wish. I mean, you're not just pushing me away, you're pushing away your grandchild too. Is that really what you want? To have no relationship with your own blood?
Don't try to guilt trip me, Elena. I've made up my mind. You have two choices. Stay and prioritize your family, or leave and prioritize the baby. It's as simple as that. There's no room for negotiation.
But Mom!
Don't ever talk loudly to me, Elena. You are of no use to this house anymore. Therefore, I am no longer your mom. You better find another to wash the mess you have created. I only have one child. It's Jennifer, who will always obey and never lie to me. Mark my words. You chose that baby, so I'm not your mother anymore. And this is not your family.
Mom! You can't treat me this way. If you throw me out, no one would want to help me. I have no one to turn to.
I told you, it's not my duty. I'm not your mom, Miss Elena.
I can't believe you're forcing me to make such a heart-wrenching decision. I never thought it would come to this. But if that's how it has to be, then so be it. Just remember, Mom, the consequences of your actions have ripple effects that extend far beyond just you and me. One day, you'll have to pay for this.
Like I care. Farewell, sucker.
Hi, Mrs. Emily. Wow, we meet again. What a coincidence. How are you these days? I guess not really good, because your dearest daughter had lost the job, right? Anyway, it's her karma.
What? How did you know this? Such a cunning little rat you are.
I'll tell you how. Yes, it was me. I was behind this all along.
What? How could you do that? When I threw you out of the house, you were just a poor and miserable girl. Incredible! There's no way you could do this.
Well, it was true that I was poor and miserable at that time. But now my life is much better than when I was with you. I got married now. Of course not with that jerk, but with the manager of a company. He's the manager of the company that your lovely daughter is working in. I told everything to my husband, and then we secretly spied on all of her actions. Finally, my husband revealed to me that he caught her stealing the company's equipment to sell and use the money for her own purposes. How dare she do that? Needless to say, Jennifer was fired the day after. What a relief to see how easily it is to get rid of her.
What? Is that so? Are you telling me the truth? No, this can't be happening.
Yes, it is. Actually, I think that you should be happy for me because I finally have the life that I've always wanted. After being thrown out like a dog from your house, I went to every single place nearby to beg for a shelter, but they just said no to me. When I thought I lost all my hope, there was a widow who felt sympathetic to my miserable appearance and accepted me to live in her house. All I had to do was do the household chores and take care of her little daughter. Because of the hard work, I gained her affection and could soon be a member of her family. After I'd given birth to my son, she even introduced me to a job as a cleaner at a company that she used to work in. At first, I was just doing my work as a cleaner, but then I tried to learn different skills while taking care of my child. And eventually, I developed my expertise in the marketing field.
What? That's impossible.
Surprising, right? Then, thanks to my persistence, diligence, and a little luck, I finally became the CEO of that company. During that time, I also had a chance to meet my current husband, who was the manager of my business partner. Then, we fell in love with each other and then decided to get married 1 year later. Honestly, he is the one who truly cares for me, and my baby too. Moreover, I have the best mother-in-law ever. She takes care of my baby just like her true grandchild, and she treats me just like her blooded daughter. She is not as cold-blooded as you are. As a result, I'm over the moon for the fact that I will not have to stick with a horrifying family like you.
That's quite impressive, Elena. But you think that would make me think differently about you? No way. My daughter Jennifer will still find another job to do and earn money to support me. I even quit my job to care for her.
Oh, about that. I think it will not be as you planned. Here, just listen to the audio I've sent you. You'll know the truth.
What? Oh my goodness. This can't be true. My daughter can't treat me like this.
Is it fun to realize that the daughter you love the most is finding ways to steal all your money and even think of selling your house? For what? For her lover? It hurts, doesn't it?
No. You are lying, aren't you? But where did you get this?
Well, yesterday, I met her and told her the truth about her job. Wow, she was really desperate and begged me to save her post. Because with her terrible CV and soft skills, no company would want to hire such a useless employee. Of course I said no. Who do you think I am? What's surprising is that when I told her to go home and cry to your mom, she just laughed and said that she didn't want to be your daughter anymore because you separated her and her lover. What's more, she planned to sell the house so that she could go far away with her lover. Wow, an obedient child, I have to say.
No, this can't be true. She loves me and I know it. A stupid stranger could not separate us.
Oh, frankly speaking, yes, of course. She loves you so much that she even had a plan to steal all your money and your house because of that stranger. She even planned to get rid of you without saying a word. No wonder why when I warned her to tell you, she was confident that you would not believe anyone except her. Luckily, I recorded each and every one of her words. You should thank me for that.
Oh no, Elena. You've got to help me. I don't deserve to be treated badly like that. I have no idea that Jennifer would become that bad. Elena, you are the only one I can count on right now. You are rich now, and your husband is a manager too. You gotta help me stop her. I can't deal with her all alone. Please help me. I would lose my house and even die if you don't help me. I'm your mother, right? You gotta take responsibility to help your mom. You have to be grateful to me for giving birth to you, raising you so that you could gain these achievements.
Wow, lady. I am not your daughter anymore, okay? And it's you who has to thank me for giving you the recording so that you could realize the true face of Jennifer. Now, you will have to do the rest.
Elena, you've got to help me. I'm so shocked. I don't know what to do right now. Please, Elena, I promise if you make things right, I'll be your mother again. Then we could come back together like before, when we were mothers and daughters. I will never prioritize Jennifer over you again, I swear.
It's not gonna happen. I have only one mom now. It's my mother-in-law. You are just a stranger. How dare you say that to me? It's enough for now. I just want to tell you so that you could prepare in advance. From now on, please don't try to call or text me messages, because I'm not going to reply. Farewell. Although I told Mrs. Emily to be aware of Jennifer's actions, she still successfully stole all of her mother's money, stole her mother's house, and went to England with her lover. Maybe her plan was so careful. So Mrs. Emily alone was not enough to prevent it. Finally, she had nowhere to go, and even called me thousands of times for help, but I already blocked her number. Without a money and a job, Mrs. Emily then had to live in a small shelter and worked as a cleaner to earn her little living. 1 year after that, it turned out that Jennifer's lover was a jerk. He just took advantage of her to exploit her money. They even had a child with each other, but he refused to be the child's father and ran away, leaving Jennifer with the unborn kid. I knew her way of choosing friends, and even lovers, was problematic from the first place. Jennifer then became a single mother and had to bring her child back to my house, crawling under my legs so that I could grant her a place to live. However, it was in vain, because I decided to throw her out right away. I haven't seen their faces since then, but that's the karma that they should have, to say the truth.